afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. Got another nice small motorhome we're going to review today. Great price on this one too. And guys, this is a 2014-2015 Itasca Viva 23L by Winnebago. Reason I call it a 14 and a 15 is the previous owner, when they purchased this RV, it was bought new and as a 15 model. It was built in late 14, sold in late 14, early 15. So technically it is a 15, but the previous owner, when the original selling dealer sent the title work to the tag office, you know what happens is the title clerks, they just type in the VIN number and just let it auto-populate everything for the title. And of course, as most of y'all know, all motorhomes are built on year-older chassis. So it's a 14 chassis, and it's titled as a 2014 off the chassis serial number instead of a 15. So I'm going to sell it as a 14 officially, but it technically is a 15. That's something, and this happens in class B pluses, class C's. This happens in all motorhomes all the time. So I have to go by what's actually on the title, which is a 14, but that's something, depending on your state's title regulations, you might be able to get corrected, or you might not. It may not even be worth the trouble to you. So, but it is a 14-15 Viva, and it's a little 24-foot. Some call it a class C, some call it a B plus. I don't care what you call it. I call it a Viva, and we'll call it a mini motorhome and just leave it at that. It's funny because some publications you look at online call it a C, some call it a B plus. You know, these are actually a very roomy alternative to a class B. And they get the same fuel mileage as a much smaller class B, but you get the room and the amenities of a little bit bigger motorhome. 24 feet long. It's got 60,902 miles. We just drove it about 800 miles. I mean, we drove it a good bit. Did great. No check engine lights, dash air ice cold, generator fires right up. Now guys, these are made, these get 14 to 16 miles per gallon according to various forums and information I'm reading online on the Viva. Built on a Ram Promaster chassis with a 3.6 liter Penta Star, I believe is what they call it, V6, 280 horsepower. Very peppy little motorhome. This thing will, you know, keep up with most four-door cars. Does have a backup camera that works great. It does have a hitch. These are only rated for 2,000 pounds. They're made for a fuel economy, not for towing. Now, I am putting you a water heater door. It does have a Girard tankless water heater, and we will make sure it works. I do have a new door ordered for it. It came off sometime in the last few years, so don't worry about that. It'll have a brand new one on there, probably here in a couple of days. This just came in. We haven't washed it yet, haven't cleaned it. You're kind of see it in the raw. We haven't even got a price on it yet. Of course, y'all saw the price in the header. It's $59,900. Great price for this motorhome. Very aerodynamic, 24 foot. This is something anybody can drive, guys. You know, most vans are 19, 20, 21 feet long. This one here, you've actually got a wide body, something you can move around in and be comfortable using. Of course, it's a Winnebago product, so you got a seamless fiberglass roof. Winnebago builds 80% of the parts on this motorhome, which means a lot easier to get factory replacement parts. And does have the King Dome omnidirectional digital antenna, so you don't have to worry about leaving your antenna up or down when you pull out of your camp spot. Almost a full-length power patio awning. Got the 2.8 Onan generator running right now, 360 hours on it. Runs great, power steps work great. Let's look at this neat little motorhome, guys. You know, I know right now with fuel prices, these small motorhomes are just about impossible to find, and we're trying to buy every one we can get our hands on. So, and this is just one we got lucky and was able to buy that we can sell for $59,900. It does have a good sounding stereo system. It does have the built-in navigation. You got your backup camera built into the mirror. And of course, that is a Bluetooth stereo. In fact, I got it turned up a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. 60,901 miles. Runs and drives great. No check engine lights. Seats I gotta have cleaned, but they look great. Got rubber mat in the front with a removable rug. So we'll get some of our cleaning help on this. When they got a lot of catch up to do. I got lucky and was able to hire a couple of people, but they're dozens of units behind. So they'll get this here hopefully in the next few days or before you buy it. Windshield, and I love the visibility in these Promasters, guys. And what's nice about this unit, because you don't have a slide and a slide wall, you can slide your seat all the way back and have a lot of leg room, more than most Promasters have. And because I'm 6'4", 320 pounds, guys, that leg room and driver comfort is just as important to me as the actual comfort of the entire RV and whole. So as a whole, so I do that is very important to me. And it drives great, shifts great, brakes are good. And what I like about a no slide unit, it's just so simple. You just jump in it and go. You don't have to rearrange everything, bring your rooms in and out. I mean, yeah, you lose some room, but the floor plan in here, I don't really think you'd benefit yourself much with a slide. You do have a little table booth, and the front seats do swivel, so you can actually set 3 people here. You got a little sofa right here, and this is pretty cool. It's got a power bed that comes down. I'll show you here, which I can't bring it down all the way without moving a bunch of cushions, but you look in this, check out that accent light too. Look in here, this right here, by the way, is your generator control, tank monitors, holding tank heaters. Lower this down and you push that button here, bed comes down, which I can't bring down all the way, but it's almost a queen size bed, 57 inches wide, and nice little area right here. And of course you do have a blind for that skylight up top. So this is your bed, and then you got a stationary bed in the back that's about the same size as this. It's right underneath a queen size bed, and I love the accent lights in here, which I can see it better now. So I mean, I can see why these are so popular, guys. In fact, you go on RV Trader, there's 4 of these for sale nationwide right now, and guess what, guys? Mine's over $10,000 under the lowest priced one on there. So if you're looking for a used Itasca Viva, this is the lowest price one on RV Trader in any year, model, make, or condition by $10,000. And you can check me on that if you want to. Of course, that is as of today. That's how we price our stuff, guys. We price them to sell, not grow grass under them. And like I said, we are going to put your water heater door on it, and have the lowest priced one in the country. So if you're looking for an Itasca Viva, this is it. This is it. You want to spend the least amount of money as possible. This is it right here. Air conditioner, ice cold, 13,500 BTU air I've got running right now. Corian, yep. Corian countertops on this little dude. Notice how you've got your space-saving countertop covers for your sink and stovetop. And again, we haven't cleaned this thing. This is just how it was kept, which is pretty good. You know, you got a pretty good amount of storage. Place there, you can put your coffee maker or kitchen stuff or whatever. We'll leave that opens up. A little bit of storage underneath the beds. A little bit of storage underneath your bench seat for your table and your couch. Does have a Norcold one door, about a, what is this, about a 4 cubic foot, roughly 5 cubic foot RV refrigerator freezer, and it can run off of propane or electric, and it is getting cold. It's been on long enough for the back of the freezer wall to start getting cold, so we're good there. Atop of it, you do have a microwave and a convection oven, and you can see it's lit up. All that's good. Had the TV on earlier, it works. This is your full-size bed in the back, and like I said, it's not a queen, but it's 4 inches, 5 inches more narrow than a queen mattress, but it's the same length. do have some overhead storage here. Fantastic vent fan. That's a boondocker's best friend if you're camping somewhere and you want ventilation without using your generator. That is what you would use. Pretty good closet area right here. Like I said, we haven't cleaned it up yet. There's some books and manuals. Here's a sheet or something that goes on that bed. Like I said, we haven't cleaned it up yet, so if you see something in these drawers, I'm sorry. But all the remotes are in here. Let's look at the bathroom. Not a bad bathroom, and it does have a tankless instant hot water system, of course, like I said earlier. You just turn it on the temperature you want it to be, hit the on button. Time you get undressed and get in the shower, you got pretty much unlimited hot water, or at least as long as your propane and onboard water supply or gray water tank can take. And bathroom looks great. Does have a porcelain RV toilet, little corner. I mean, it's not a huge bathroom, but again, this is not a huge motorhome either. It's 24 feet long, about as short as you're going to get, and have a stationary bed in the back. And you do have a little vent right here too for venting out the steam when you take a shower. You know, unlike a Class B, I'm 6'4". I can stand up in here without hitting my head, but I do have to stoop down a little bit, just underneath this bed right here. You know, if you're 6'1", you should be able to stand up straight. Of course, I left some decorations that were in here. I mean, it's a nice vehicle, guys. It is $59,900, and we do take trade-ins. And even at, considering we've got the lowest price by over $10,000 on the internet for a used Itasca Viva, we're still going to guarantee the following systems for that low price, because the other ones on there as is, and they're higher. We're going to get, well, I mean, this one's technically as is, but we do guarantee and we do check the following systems: generator, roof air conditioner. We check the, you saw the bed works, you know it works. We check the roof air, refrigerator, freezer, generator. We check the water systems, which includes the water heater, water pump, and tank. And of course, everything else sold as is. And we do guarantee the step to work and the motorhome to run and drive correctly. All that's, in fact, it's besides checking the water system, because it's been winterized, it's ready to go. Of course, why they wouldn't winterize it since it came out of Florida, I don't know, but some people do. I guess depending on where you're at, you know, better safe than sorry. But backup camera works. Everything I've touched on this thing as far as lights, batteries, everything's in good shape. I honestly don't think you're going to have any issues out of this. Of course, you know, I still want you to, don't take my word for it, guys. Used RVs are like a used house, a used boat, a used car, a used truck, or whatever. You don't know. It's a gamble. Of course, new ones are too now, because new ones require more work than a used one, apparently. From what I'm reading online and my experience with them, they're having a lot of issues out of new ones. But I still want you to come look at it, inspect it for yourself, spend some time in it, get to know it a little bit before deciding to buy it or not buy it. If you can't do it, or you don't want to do it, I would highly advise hiring a third-party inspection service so you can get a complete unbiased review of it. And they come out here several times a week for customers, guys. We're one of the few, and I even talked to one the other day about this. Most dealers do not welcome them. A guy I was talking to the other day, been doing it for several years, and he was said he's been literally kicked out off of dealers' lots before. He said we're actually the only very, very few ones that he's been to that he was actually welcome. Like, we pulled it under a shed for him so he could stay out of the sun and do his inspection, and provided plug-ins and all that, and he couldn't thank us enough for welcoming him. But that's the way we are, guys. You know, we've been doing this for 54 years. There's no sense sugarcoating the truth. There's no sense lying about it. Used RVs, you need to inspect them. I mean, because, you know, no matter how nice a unit is or how low the price is, you're going to work on it. And that's true with a brand new one too, except you're paying 3 times as much. You know, for those of you who think that, oh, I'm gonna buy a used RV or a new RV and never have to turn a wrench on it, you're mistaken, guys. These are, you know, these are like a houseboat or a cruiser or a motorcycle or anything. It's you know, you're gonna have stuff that you're gonna have to repair from time to time. You know, if you don't have the knowledge to do it, you know, you're gonna have to pay to have it done. A lot of people don't understand that. I'm looking at what this thing costs now to what it costs brand new, and what it costs in a 2022 model that you can't even get without waiting months to get it after you order it. So, I mean, you weigh the apples to oranges, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is a nice unit. I don't believe you're going to have any major issues. We're going to check the most major and critical components to make sure they work. We leave any kind of Mickey Mouse stuff to you. So if there's a cabinet off track, a light that doesn't work, an outlet that doesn't work, if you got a little rip in the awning canvas, things like that, guys, it's going to be sold with that. The only thing we make sure that works to keep our prices down, which you can't argue, this is the lowest one in the country, so you can't really argue about the price. And the fact that we don't charge you any extra fees on top of that saves you a lot of money too. Because a lot of dealers will advertise a price, but they add dock fees and prep fees and freight fees and processing fees and all that. But at least here, guys, it's $59.9 plus applicable sales tax. And if you're a Georgia resident, there's a $100 highway impact fee and a $40 to $50 tag and title fee. That's Georgia residents only, and that's it. No surprises, no add-on fees, nothing, no upsells. Just a most simple buying and selling, easy, simple, and done is what I always say. Buying experience that you can have for a used RV at a dealership. But we still guarantee all those major systems. We check them. I've already checked most of it beside the water, so it's good. We'll check the water. And if it checks out, if you get here early enough, you can take it home the same day. If there's no issues with the water system, it'll be ready to go. And of course, after you do your own inspection, of course, guys, keep in mind, we only guarantee the major systems that I mentioned before. Everything else, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's up to you to buy it or not buy it based on that information. And to fix it or not fix it after you buy it, it's entirely up to you. We just make sure the major stuff that can ruin your trip works. You know, as far as like water heater, air conditioner, generator, water system, refrigerator, freezer, you know, that kind of stuff. But anyway, guys, this is a neat motor home. I really like it. And if you got questions about it, our phone number is just pick up your phone and dial during business hours, 706-965-7929. Now, I want to apologize in advance. We're having some phone issue problems. So leave a message if you don't get through, because we're actually, our phone system that we bought last year is majorly giving us some major issues, and the company is not wanting to fix it. So we are actually in the process in the next week or so of having an all new phone system installed. So that may mean that certain times it'll be down, or it may not ring correctly, or right now it's working great this morning, so knock on wood. But you know, Saturday our phone systems didn't work at all. In fact, we had to have calls forwarded to a cell phone, and that was pretty much a nightmare Saturday. So for those of y'all who tried to call Saturday, call again today. I apologize, it's out of our control. But we do have a new phone system, hopefully be installed in the next week to 10 days, I'm hoping and praying, because so much of our business is on the phone. But we do answer emails, but do prefer phone calls when possible. But if you send an email, guys, please leave a return phone number so we can call you. It's my guys, most of the time they don't have time to reply and write endless emails. you know, you can learn more than a 10-minute phone conversation than 2 hours reading and writing emails back and forth. It's just easier for the sake of time management for my guys to talk to you on the phone or in person. So please don't get mad if your email does not get answered for a few days and the unit's sold, because they do reply to emails, but it's a low priority compared to phone calls and people on the lot. And I've only got 5 salespeople, guys, and we sold almost 20 units last week. In fact, I am severely low on inventory, so if you've got one for sale, give us a call. We're buyers. As long as it's in good shape, and it doesn't matter if we have to travel a long distance to get it, as long as the numbers work out for both of us, we'll do it. So if you got one for sale, again, call 706-965-7929. If you're interested in this motorhome, give that same phone number a call. This is nice. No smoke, no pet odors. Man, I can stay in this thing all day. I love this size motorhome, guys. This, to me, you know, I'm a big guy. Mine's 25 foot, and I'm telling you, since I went to a smaller motorhome, I love it. It's just so much easier and functional, and you don't carry a bunch of junk you never use in it because you don't have room for it like a big Class A. The fuel mileage is better. It's easier to get in a spot. Something like this, you can boondock in real easily. You can stay at literally at 24 feet long. This, you can pretty much stay at literally any state park, older campground. You know, I went from a 38 foot to a 25 foot, guys, and I'm gonna tell you, at first I had my doubts, but I love it, guys. Motorhome like this, you can take out for a day trip on Sunday. I mean, it's 16 to 18 miles a gallon, or 14 to 16. I mean, you can't beat that for a vehicle this size. And peppy too. I mean, it's not like them old Toyotas that won't even do 50 miles an hour downhill, or 55. This thing will actually run like a regular 4-door sedan will. It'll get up and go, guys. Thank y'all for watching again, and keep in mind we have no fees. We have financing available with approved credit, and we take trade-ins. Just give us a call with any questions or interest. Just call before coming to look. If you're coming a long distance, you probably want to leave a deposit, because obviously anybody shopping for a Viva, a used Viva, they're going to start at the lowest priced one and work their way up. Well, this is the lowest priced one as of today. Thank you for watching, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.